issues bordering on trapped funds, amongst others. But the Edo State House of Assembly on Monday impeached the embattled state deputy governor, Philip Shuaibu, following the adoption of the report of the 7-man investigative panel that was set up by the state chief judge that was to probe allegations of misconduct against him. So, yeah, it's finally impeached. Okay. Now, a federal high court in Abuja has stopped a former chairman of the People's Democratic Party, that's the PDP, Uche Secondus, from participating in the party's meetings pending the determination of a motion on notice. Also, the national chairman, secretary of the party, the National Executive Council, and the Board of Trustees were ordered not to allow Secondus to attend any of its meetings until the suit is determined. Now, gunmen dressed in army uniform reportedly abducted a popular ex-militant leader, High Chief Sabamabo Jakarech, aka Gberi Papa, from his Osokun country home in Degema local government area of Rivers State. So sources said the gunmen stormed his home around 3 a.m. on Monday, killed 2 of his lieutenants, and took him away to an unknown place. All right. Now, lastly, of course, the Lagos State Special Offences Court in Ikeja yesterday sent back the immediate past governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, to the custody of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. So it seems has been tossed from one place to the other because some revelations have been brought to the fore. But then Justice Rahman Oshodi made the remand order shortly after the anti-graft agency arraigned Emefiele on 23 counts bordering on abuse of office, accepting gratifications, corrupt demand, amongst others. That being said, it's time for us to bring to you the front pages of Nigerian newspapers. Got a couple of Nigerian newspapers here. We've got the Punch newspaper. I've got the Daily Trust newspaper. I've got the Guardian newspaper, right? The Vanguard newspaper as well. And of course, we'll be looking into what else? We'll be looking at The Nation. Yes, we're looking at the Nigerian Tribune. So these are the dailies that will be hitting your eardrums. And I'd like to say, hey, stay with me now. Don't go away. Now, let's get on with the Punch newspaper. Very important. Big story. Banks get 3 months deadline to stop Forex-backed loans, right? Banks get 3 month deadline to stop Forex-backed loans. You'd find that story on page 2. And it's got 2 writers to it, right? And this writer, banks customers begin negotiation to liquidate loans, unfreeze dumb account balances. The second writer says Naira rises to 1,220 Naira to $1 as CBN sells FX to Bureau de Change operators at 1,101 Naira to $1. Okay, now let's just go to the side of the Punch newspaper banner that's talking to the right side. Yes, the right side. Wike Fubara feud splits PDP. 60 reps demand chairman's resignation. Page 9 has got that story. And then let me take you to the top of the Punch newspaper front page. NNPCL faces $3 billion backlog on petrol payments, and that's according to reports, and you'd find that report on page 20. Now to page 19, federal government may get $1 billion Afri-Exim Bank loan in May. Page 19 has got that one. And EFCC probes 50 accounts linked to humanitarian ministry. Page 12 has got that story. Now let's take it to the base of the Punch newspaper. Obaseki swears in new deputy as assembly sacks Shuaibu. Oh, wow, that was quick and fast. But then there's no time for delays, right? Because life goes on, yeah? Now let's get on to this one. Sultan declares Wednesday Eid Fitr. 70,500 security personnel deployed. Page 9 has got that story. Now let me take you to page 8 of the front page of the Punch newspaper. Emefiele returns to EFCC custody, faces 4th arraignment, April 25. And finally, with the front page of the Punch, Total solar eclipse hits Mexico, US, Canada. Page 12 has got that story. Right, now let's take you to the Daily Trust newspaper, a trust that you're sticking with me right there. Don't go away. Right, with a big story now, Shaibu becomes the 17th impeached deputy governor since 1999. 17th. You'd find the story on page 4 of the Daily Trust newspaper. It's got 2 writers though. First writer, lawyers divided over constitutional leeway for lawmakers. Second writer, Obaseki swears in 38-year-old engineer as deputy. Okay, now let's look at this one too. Ahead of a NEC meeting, PDP reps demand Demagon's resignation. Right, page 11 has got that story, and on page 19, CBN approves FX sales to BDCs at 1,101 naira. And then Salah, low turnout at markets. Okay, you'd find that one on page 10, right? That is on Salah, right? And this one, better ado. EFCC recovers 30 billion naira, investigates 50 accounts. How did they open these accounts? Page 6 has got that story. NNPC faces $3 billion backlog on petrol payment. And you'd find that one on page 19. Taking you to page 6 as well. Sultan declares Wednesday Eid al-Fitr. And that would be all for the Daily Trust newspaper. It's quite quick, right? Yeah, I'm sure that you already tightening your belt right there, because I mean, there's so much to talk about. Well, this one, big story. Naira nears 1,000 naira to $1 as CBN's policies stress test banks unlock liquidity. Page 6 has got that one for the Guardian newspaper. Petrol subsidy payment pushes NNPCL's fuel imports debt to $3 billion. Page 3 has got that one. Now to page 4. Illegal mining. Can new marshals end economic sabotage? Right, that should be an editorial. You want to go find out what it is, if ever the new marshal can end economic sabotage when it comes to illegal mining. Well, get on with the Guardian newspaper right now. And then this one, Shaibu protests impeachment as Godwin's emerges new deputy governor. All right, page 28 has got that story. Wobbly opposition, PDP crisis gets messier as LP battles internal bleeding. Page 6 has got that story. This one right here says EFCC recovers 30 billion naira, queries 50 accounts in Edu Shehu's probes. News page 5 has got that story. And this one, court remands Emefiele in EFCC custody. News page 5 as well has got that story. And NCS intercepts live ammunition, tramadol, donkey genitals worth 5.7 billion naira at Lagos airport. You got the story on page 8. And this is going to be the last one that I'll be taking with the Guardian newspaper. And this one says Saudi Arabia declares tomorrow Eid al-Fitr, says fast continues. News page 3 has got that story. I know, I see the calls, but let's get on to the Vanguard newspaper right about now. And with the Vanguard newspaper, this one says, woes for forex dealers as CBN cuts BDC rate to 1,117.5 naira to $1. Okay, it's got a couple of writers. The first writer bans foreign denominated collateral for naira loans. Second writer, analyst attributes naira appreciation to CBN policies. Third writer, incentive for forex malpractice eliminated. And that's coming from the APCON. You can see page 20 for that story. And just above the Vanguard newspaper banner, we see this one that says Nigeria inflation rate to remain high in 2024. The World Bank has got that one to say. Is that a message of hope or a message of chaos? Well then, page 19 has got that one. How Shuaibu's quest to stop impeachment led to his ouster. You want to go get that one? It's got one writer to it though. Omobayo, 38, sworn in as new deputy governor. Page 7 has got that story. Taking you now to page 26. Sultan declares tomorrow Eid al-Fitr. And this one, page 6 of the Vanguard newspaper, two killed as men in military uniform pick Jack Rach Eberi Papa. Right, it's got one writer to it. He was arrested by other security agencies, and that is coming from the police. Okay, so not men in uniform or military uniform. The police is saying he was actually arrested by men or by other security agencies. Which other security agencies will these be? You want to go get the copy of the Vanguard newspaper right there so you get more on that story. Okwama, March 14 killers wore military fatigues, right? March 14 killers wore military fatigues. Eyewitness has got that one to say. Page 5 has got that story. I mean, that story is still hot on the front pages of Nigerian newspapers. But to this one on page 6, bandits kill 30 vigilantes in Niger as residents flee affected communities. We already get in an eyesore situation right there where the residents no longer, find trust in themselves, even the vigilantes. 30 vigilantes killed in Niger. I mean, if the vigilantes are gone, the residents, of course, should take a flee. But then let's take this one right here. Oil for cash loan. Okay, oil for cash loan. Nigeria to get $1 billion from Afrexim Bank. Page 21 has got that one. On Eid al-Fitr, Akpabio, governors, others congratulate Muslims, preach peace, love. Page 27 has got that one. And I'm just going to bring this one to you, on sport. For the sport lovers, page 30, of course, Paris 2024, Super Falcons battle Bayana for Olympic tickets. Now, we're done with the Vanguard newspaper, but keep in mind that this is Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, and you can get on to the visuals on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is at Eagles FM Abuja. Get on there, subscribe, and show us some love as a member of the family. As well, if you're on Facebook right now, as I'm suspecting that you might be, you can as well get on to at Eagles FM Abuja. That is our Facebook page wall, and then you would also be a part of the conversation. Give us a like, give us a following, and yes, as much as you can, be very, very vibrant with the activities on that page, because there's a lot for you to consume in terms of content. Right now, let's get on to the Nation newspaper. With the Nation newspaper, the big story, it says CBN steps up measures to strengthen Naira against dollars. And it's got one writer. Apex Bank sells foreign Forex to BDCs at 1,101 Naira to $1. Second writer, using dollar as security for Naira loan, banned. And then this one, Omobayo replaces Shaibu as Edo deputy governor. And, okay, this writer is not very, very clear. But okay, it's not clear. I shouldn't even make an attempt for this one. But then it's just got one writer, and that writer is talking about something about fighting for illegality, something about that, right? Okay, so you'd find that story on what page now? Page 4. Yeah, page 4 of the Nation newspaper. Now, this one right here, just at the base of the Nation newspaper, alleged $4.8 billion US, 2.8 billion Naira fraud, and Mefule pleads not guilty. Page 9 has got that one. I'll take it again. Alleged $4.8 billion US, 2.8 billion Naira fraud, and Mefule pleads not guilty. All right. And tomorrow, of course, is Eid al-Fitr. Sultan declares holidays remain today, tomorrow. And that is what is going on. Page 6 has got that story. All right. It's my bad. Holidays, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, I get that. Alrighty. Let's look at the very last daily that we'll be looking at, and then after that, of course, it will be your voice, jumping into reactions. Now, Nigerian Tribune newspaper has got the big story. 60 PDP reps threaten to quit party, want Damagon out. Page 15 has got that story. It's got two writers over alleged doctoring Rivers. Okay, over alleged doctoring of Rivers, 10 other states caretaker committee members list Second rider, we will study allegations. And that's coming from the PDP. Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway. Atiku mixed up facts. Presidency has got that one to say, right? Page 4 has got that story. Now to page 30 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. 16 die of Lassa fever in Benue. 300 level student dies in Kogi. His soul rest in peace. All their souls rest in peace right now. All right, now let's get on to Lagos. And this you will find on page 26. Lagos court orders remand of Emefiele in EFCC custody as trials begins April 11. All right. Lagos court orders remand of Emefiele in EFCC custody as trials begins April 11. Right, that is that story. Page 26 has got that one. And on page 27, just add one number to 26 and you'd find 27. You'd find this one. It says, Ibadan Kingmakers to meet Thursday for Olakunlehin's nomination. Right, that might be something for those in your state. Now, this one right here, Edo Assembly impeaches Shaibu Omobayo Godwin's sworn in as new deputy governor. And by the way, he's 38 years old, right? It's got one writer though. My removal threat to democracy. And that's what Shaibu is saying. Page 14 has got that story. And to page 25, Ondo 2024. Again, Ayedatiwa Akinteringwa. Okay, Akinteringwa. Campaigners bicker over billboards destruction. Okay, that is indeed something. Page 25 has got that story. Tomorrow is Eid al-Fitr. Sultan is saying that, and you'd find that on page 5 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. And this one right here says, why Nigerian airlines find it tough to compete with foreign carriers, right? Why Nigerian airlines find it tough to compete with foreign carriers. Kayamo has got that to say. Page 26 heralds that story. And now to page 7, which is going to be the last story for the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Page 7, CBN crashes Naira against dollar rate, sells at 1,101 Naira to $1 to 1,588 BDCs. And it's got one rider to it. It says, stops use of foreign currencies as collateral for Naira loans. Right, that is that for that, and we are done and dusted with the front pages. It is time for you to also get on to your gadgets right there, pick up your mobile phones, and let me know your reaction. Which of these stories, pops up to you? Which of them tickles your fancy? Which of them is wanting you to add your voice in the most civil and responsible way? That's what I want to know right about now. The number is 0907-353-0044 or 0908-766-8888. And the WhatsApp portal number where you can send your WhatsApp voice message, you can send a WhatsApp message, you can as well send a text message to, is 0909-705-4450. Now I've got this call right now. Hello, good morning. Hello?
Good morning, Daniel.
Yes, good morning to you. All right, okay, welcome aboard.
Yeah, my own is hardship everywhere. Low petrol in the market. Are you hearing me?
Okay, I think you're the same one person I said do not call the radio station again. That's, you acted in a way that is very not admissible, right? So let's take this one, please. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, please, good morning to you.
Yeah, this is Comrade Aruna on the line. Okay?
All right, Comrade Aruna, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Kuje right now.
All right, Comrade, let's have your take.
Former Minister of Humanitarian Affairs,
yes,
that the EFCC recovered 30 billion naira from her with over 50 accounts.
Exactly.
Odwan, somebody who has not even spent up to 1 year in office, have looted over 30 billion naira from the treasury account of this country. I don't know how people just think to serve the nation is an opportunity for them to steal the nation's money. Why would such kind of thing be happening? Anyway, issue of our what is it called, technical glitch in our power supply. Although these people are just trying to improve fees from customers, but improving the of service is another issue that we need to prioritize as something that will even bring more customers to them. Nigerians find it very difficult to enjoy 20 hours in the country. Over 20 years, we keep on our generation capacity is 3,000 megawatts, and two still have gone to start the tariff. They should go back and improve on supply and get on have a stable supply. But it's very much.
All right. Okay, thank you so much for that. Appreciate that. Yeah, and then, it really raises some concerns. I mean, it's not just about the Better Edu alone. This might just, many believe that if investigations are carried out properly, as it is ongoing, and many believe in the system already, that quite a number of persons will be indicted, right? And then it also brings to your eardrums as well as to your mind the fact that 50 accounts under investigation, 50 accounts. It just tells you, is this some sort of a cartel? What's going on, right? And then aside that, again, another thing that brings to mind is we are saying that, okay, we don't have monies. There's no money. Oh my gosh, it's quite a lot going on. But well, thank God, the subsidy removal and everything. There's been some money delivered to states and all of that. But I mean, just like the caller said, 50. How much? 30 billion. 30 billion. Inject that into paying salaries of staff. 30 billion? Okay. I'll just leave it at that. But I've got bills to pay. I'll be right back in a short bit. Don't go away. This is Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. My name is Udwak Daniel.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
The city of Abuja is about to encounter one day of perfection, completeness, power, authority, healing, and Breakthrough Conference 2024. One day to shape the new year as the year begins. We lay the foundations with prayers, fasting, and prophetic directions from God's mouthpieces. Come and ignite your new year in the fires of God's presence with our pastor, Pastor Carthegiu Benson, and special guest speakers, Minister K.I. and Joshua Moses, on the 20th of April 2024. Venue, Zoological Garden, opposite Area 1 Shopping Complex, Garki, Abuja. Time, 4 p.m. Come and command your day. Remember, God can be trusted.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
I suppose it was inevitable. Eagles 102.3.
That's right. You're tuning and locked on to Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Bright and early it is. It is a Tuesday morning, the 9th day in the month of April 2024. And it does feel good to have these conversations with you. We're still on to taking your reactions. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Daniel.
Yes, good morning to you, please. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
From Airport Road.
Sorry?
Jack from Airport Road.
All right, go ahead.
9 killed by terrorists. I want to ask a question. Are there two rules or different rules in this country? Why is this every time they did this one, they did this one. They killed 20 soldiers in Zamfara. Are those ones not soldiers? When are they bringing them to Abuja here to come and bed? This 9 again in Zamfara. And nothing is happening there. And I ask, why is it that all this, if you go to the south, where we come from, and southeast, you see security checkpoint every pool. But where they are kidnapping hundreds of students, killing different people every day, no checkpoints like that. I ask why. And again, look at in Nigeria, Wadume, the person that kidnapped students, killed many people, killed soldiers, is given how many years imprisonment and is back. Evans, what is holding him? Is it not for the court? Is it that sentence him or do otherwise? Is it different rules in Nigeria? And sometimes I begin to wonder that this ones I'm believing that they kidnap students 200, 100, that is fake. Because I can't imagine myself, if you live in nursery school, boarding schools, you know that's an organized society. It is not easy to manage the students. Who cooks for them? Where do they urinate? Where do they ticket? How can you handle all this rules? And I ask myself again, when they are rescued, how they so close for them that day? How? I ask myself again, is this Nigeria a different institution whereby other people are more the same? And every time, where is the Minister of Finance, former Minister of Finance? Where is the former Minister of Humanitarian Affairs? Or is it this the one Minister of Humanitarian Affairs before did, and the Aviation Minister did before? Why are they not being arrested or kept in detention? I ask myself again.
All right.
Thank you.
Some great questions right there. Thank you for those questions. I mean, these are thought-provoking questions, and the thing would be for me, right? I think the military should get decisive. If there was some politics, if there was some compromise, if there was some how do I put this now? If people are in the system who are slowing down the process of progress for the military, right? It's high time the military began to cleanse itself, because these soldiers, this personnel of military personnel, they are Nigerians. And they are losing their lives. They are standing at the forefront in face of danger on a daily basis. All that needs to be done for these people to boost their morale, as well as reduce the killing of our military personnel, it needs to be done at this time. It's high time. It's high time, right? Hello, good morning. Hello? All right, that's a miss, though. Keep the calls coming through. 0907-353-0044 is that number to call. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning, please.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name?
Yes, this is Stephen Ojata calling from Kubwa.
All right, Stephen, welcome aboard from Kubwa.
Yes, I want to talk in respect to the dollar the Central Bank of Nigeria released to BDC.
Yeah.
Yes, to my own understanding and evaluation, it seems Central Bank of Nigeria officials are involved in this dollar racketeering. Why I'm saying this is that why are they giving premium attention to BDC than our usual conventional bank? What is happening to our bank now? So every day we'll be hearing Central Bank disbursing dollar to BDC than our conventional bank. Does it mean that the conventional bank have no no backing role to play in this dollar naira exchange. So this my take.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Well, you asked the question, why is it that there are concentration, with the central bank, with the BDCs, the Bureau de Change, and that there's nothing going on with our banks? If to the little knowledge that I know, that I have, I mean, there has been some consolidation as well from the central bank to Nigerian banks, and these consolidations is forcing the banks in Nigeria to also begin to look into themselves. In fact, there were talks about possible mergers of banks as a result of the new policies that the central bank has put together with regards consolidating the banking system in Nigeria, right? So I think the central bank is just working. It's not working, it's not streamlined, right? It's somewhat universal, and under the leadership of Yemi Cardoso, he is doing what he needs to do, what he feels is right. The only thing the Nigerians are really asking is, as much as you're putting these policies out and everything, we want to start having the feel. Like, we want to see it materialize. It's not just the whole give me policies, you're putting policies here, you're making announcements here and there, you're dishing out to the BDCs, you're dishing out to the Nigerian banks and all of that. Okay, great, perfect. How is that helping the Nigerian system? How's that helping the price of food and commodity? How is that bringing it down? How is it helping in terms of the fuel that we buy, the diesel, the price, all of that? How is it affecting it? Is it materializing? Is there a connection? Nigerians just want things to go well. In fact, a lot of people are saying, let's go back to how it was before, right? But then there are also some persons who say that the CBN's policies has some promises that it might just take a little more time. And so we got to be patient, right? We've got to be patient. And now the conversation still trends in regards, or with regards to the place of, okay, how long are we getting patient for? I mean, there should be a timeline, right? So give us a timeline and let us know that, okay, between now and this time, our patience, would have served its purpose, and we begin to see, all of your good intentions materialize in our daily lives. That's what it is, right? So if what the CBN is doing, if that's what's going to help the society, if that's what's going to help the Nigerian economy, oh well, why not if not? Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr.
Yes, good morning, please.
Abubakar calling from Masaka.
All right, Abubakar, welcome aboard all the way from Masaka.
Yeah. How is I hope you hear from Iheanacho.
Oh yes. He's fine. He's well. Of course, he'll hear.
First, I want to respond to just one headline, and also show my dissatisfaction over how some callers respond to issues. Please, we shouldn't be making divisive contributions or making inflammatory statements that may also deepen the problem. First, I myself am from South, and comparing Zamfara case to that of the South, I think is not justified.
Right.
In Zamfara, there are terrorist activities there, and the number of militaries there, maybe he has not traveled to Zamfara and Katsina like he said. The numbers of military there are so high, and why are the presence of military high in the southeast and south? We don't need that now. All we need is to bring our heads together and see how we can fight this insecurity issue.
Definitely.
You get it? Yeah. And secondly, I want to congratulate the entire Muslim Ummah for happy Eid al-Fitr.
Yeah.
Then Yemi Cardoso, I have been a constant critic of Yemi Cardoso's policies. But for now, I must have to confess the man is doing very, very well.
Right.
We are not concerned about how he put the policies, whether it's through the conventional banks or whatever. All we are concerned about is, are they really working? These policies are actually working now. I just want to kudos to him, and I want him to do better than this. And for all the stakeholders that the prices are affected, I will expect those who raise their prices to start evaluating it and see how they can reduce it back. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Very straight to the point and hearty submission right there. All right, keep it coming. 0909 0907 353 0044 is the number to call, or you can call 0908 766 8888. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Master Idrak.
Yes, good morning to you. What is your name?
Olajide, calling from Wuse.
Olajide from Wuse. All right, Olajide, let's have your take. How are you doing, though? Seems like your voice is a bit...
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
All right.
On the issue of that we are not seeing the gains of this exchange rate, despite the fast falling of dollar. Master Idrak, the fact remains that it is not possible for us to start enjoying that gain as quick as possible now.
Okay.
Except we want to deceive ourselves. You can imagine the price of things that have gone higher for over 4 or 5 years. We can't expect such prices to come down as quick as possible.
Okay.
But the most important is that exchange rate.
Okay.
Which help millions of Nigerians, the businessmen, those that want to go and school abroad, those that want to buy things of the other. It will help them a lot as of now.
Okay.
You can see the difference from close to 2,000 to about 1,300 now. You can see that it is not a mass. It's not a small feat. It's a very, very serious and big feat.
Right.
Which has been helping. Even though that not transmit to what we people expected it to be. But if this policy can be sustained, I tell you, in the nearest future, in the nearest years, there shall be succor and many things shall be revealed. God bless Nigeria.
Right.
God bless you, God bless you, FM.
All right. God bless you too. Oh, yeah. Well, he has said it. I mean, and just also resting on the point that I made earlier, right? It's going to be a gradual process, but Nigerians also love to know timelines. I mean, we've gone through the hard, the tough, we've seen the ugly, we've seen the bad, we've seen the worst, and okay, right? So maybe a little patience will do this time. Hello, good morning. Hello? All right, that's a miss though. Okay, so like I said earlier, right, you can get onto the WhatsApp portal because the WhatsApp portal is open for your engagement. Like I also said and admonished, please be civil and responsible with what you have to say so that we don't have, our own crisis right here, right? It is very important, to observe that. And besides, we are mature people. We are educated people. And for me, education is not until you've gone through the four walls of a university or a tertiary institution. Education is your personal development, your continuous development, your very, very conscious efforts that you make towards making, getting educated, getting knowledge. That is education for me. And you fall in that category. So let's be civil, let's be responsible. Understood that emotions may run high, sentiments may run deeply, but then, hey, you've got to keep it on the low. Keep it in check, because that's what makes you a mature person, right? Okay, well, we'll get onto the WhatsApp portal, but that will be after taking this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Duak.
Yeah, good morning to you, please. What's your name, please? Where are you calling from?
And my name is Chidi Ndubisi.
All right, Chidi Ndubisi. All right, welcome aboard. Let's have your take.
My brother, this question of foreign exchange,
Yes, please.
falling or not falling. My question is, what brings it forth in the first place? That naira should rise from 100 and something naira to almost 2,000 naira. And now it's coming down to 1,200 as they are saying. Then is it favorable to us? Is it improving or doing anything with our economy? Udok, see, if the federal government does not bring our refinery to functionary, all these things we are talking will not get us to anywhere. Because the diesel question, the most important thing that is causing this high cost of prices in the market is the diesel and fuel. How are they going to solve this problem of diesel and fuel to come down to at least 500 or less than that?
Right.
So that the price of commodities in the market will come down instead of all these things we are discussing. What stopped federal government from? They told us that they will our refinery will start working within this month, and they still there lying down. Why can't they revive that refinery? It will be much foreign exchange.
Yeah, but I don't mean to cut you, but that process has already started. I mean, it has already started, and what we can only do now is just wait a little bit more and see how that materializes, right? I'm so sorry, for want of time, I may not be able to have your conversation engage in some more, as I have to get to the WhatsApp portal, if you understand, right? All right. Thank you. Anyways, I mean, there are efforts to ensuring that the refineries are working and all of that. The Dangotes and even the Port Harcourt refinery and even other refineries within the South region have also begun some work. And there are high promises that fuel will be delivered. At the time, Dangote is already sending out diesel, right, at a certain price. And he's saying that fuel would follow suit shortly. But there's also been concerns about not relying and being dependent on the Dangote refinery alone. That is also a profit-making refinery, right? That there's need for us to begin to also look at our own indigenous refinery and seeing how those refineries work and see how we can push for a competitive market, right? And a reduction in the cost of, funding that process as it used to be before. But let's get on to the WhatsApp portal right now and bring this one to your eardrums very quickly.
Ubong Udwak Daniel.
Yeah.
Good morning to Baby Blessing.
Good morning to you.
Elder Onoja. Salatu Ajibe from Kuje. I greet you. I greet the listeners and callers of this great radio station. Terrorist leader killed in Basari Kasina. Yes, I want to say kudos to that.
That's
and
right.
Government kidnapped Jack Rich father in Degema local government, River State. And 30 vigilante killed in Niger State by terrorists. Ubong Udwak Daniel. Security and safety are fundamental right of our people. And even if we want investment, we must enjoy our country and we must provide security in all circumstances. I say in all circumstances we must provide security. That is it. If we want people to come and invest, if we want all this to happen, I say many people can't go to farm. And now we are approaching rainy season. And look at how the insecurity raising his ugly head. Yes, some people say they spend village in their village, they enjoy, people are living their normal life. But in other part of the country, if your village is safe, how about others' village? And then the AEFCC recovered 30 billion in Betta's Edu's account just in no less than 1 year. You could imagine if this lady spent 4 years with this president, she's going to make trillions. NNPC debts hit $3 billion. As I'm speaking to you, Ubong Udwa Daniel, Saudi Aramco in 2022-23, they make gain of $121 billion. That is just like the NNPC, but our own is corruption. People are looting. Saudi Aramco make $121 billion as of 2023. I'll let you make in Nigeria. Thank you.
All right, that's Selassie right there. Okay, let us get on. I'm going to try as much as I can to quickly take all the voice notes. And of course, we'll proceed. Good morning to you, please.
My name is GB.
All right, GB.
You can see that Naira now to dollar is about 1,000 plus, 1,001 Naira. You can see the effort of what the CBN has done in the last 1 month.
Right.
When the program started, Obi came out to tell us that why are they chasing, why are they after this Bureau de change? That the solution is to stop from consumption to production. Yes, we need to produce, but at the same time, you can't produce everything you have in Nigeria. Number two, it will take time because of infrastructure deficit to rise up totally, to eliminate, to take production to a high level where we reduce consumption to make dollar to make Naira appreciate. But you can see that all the steps that government have yielded fruit. All the naysayers and the bad news and Babele who are saying that this thing will not produce anything, the Naira will get to 5,000 now. I believe wherever they have kept their dollar, if they don't bring it out, it will soon get to 500 Naira and they will be the loser. I'd rather them to go and bring out their dollar and sell it now. If not, they will cry for their losses because the effort of the CBN governor is really yielding fruit. Within 1 month, from 2,000 Naira to 1,100, and you can see all their efforts. We should appreciate them. So, I mean, this is bad news to some people because all they want to be hearing is the bad news. It's a Naira have reached 2,000, 3,000, they will have been rejoicing. They will have been gloating. But now that it's reducing, it's a bad news to them. That the effort of government is yielding fruit. I heard some people say they are prophets and they are pastors, saying as far as they are concerned, that thing will reach 5,000. Where are they today? All those fake prophets who never had the call of God. All they want is a bad thing for their country. Never appreciate or say anything good in anything. All they want is bad news on newspaper. If there have been $5,000 now, you'll have been seeing them screaming and lamenting. Lamentation is not because they bad, it's because they are just trying to mock the government. But now that's appreciating, I know they are not happy where they are. Yet, as far as we are concerned, government of Tinubu is doing the right thing. Before the end of this year, this thing will reach 500 Naira. I'm telling you, I'll call you to remind you.
All right, that's what we want, indeed. And we must even give it to Yemi Cardoso. I mean, the man is indeed working, right? Is working. But when you think about the pains Nigerians have been through, the pains that we are experiencing at this time and all of that, Nigerians just want to be talked to. All right. I hear a lot of people say, we want a president to address this. We want the section to address this. Which is understood, right? The president may not be able to address everything, but he's doing, his best, from his own place of office, to seeing that the change that we want to see, that we see them, but then it will take a process. I should actually add my voice to that one. It will take a process. It might take a little bit of period of time, right? But we need to be as resilient as we can, just as we've always been. I mean, they say, I've seen 99. What is 100? I mean, if we've seen all this past administration sufferings and pain and all of that, and we begin to get a gain out of this administration, let's give kudos to where kudos is deserved. Let's take this couple of messages. I'm going to be as fast as a lightning bolt, right? I know this one says, a wonderful good morning to you, my brother Udwak Daniel, and good morning to all the callers and listeners of the great station. Now to Naira. Now that Naira is coming down, my question to the authority is, when will the prices of goods come down in our markets? Recovery here, recovery there. We are yet to enjoy the recovered money. We want to know what they are doing with the recovered monies. The insecurity is still on the increase, and it seems nothing is being done. 30 able and gallant vigilante men killed in Niger State is so worrisome. Please let the authority concerned wake up and do something very urgently, because these are lives of human beings that are being wasted. May God comfort and console the families of the departed vigilante men. How can one individual have 50 accounts? Well, it is not said whether the better is the owner of the 50 accounts. The EFCC is only saying they're looking into these accounts, right? Was not really mentioned. But it goes on to say, and I fear for this country. This is the one we hear what the ones we did not hear. Okay, this is the ones, these are the ones we hear, not the ones we've not heard. People should have the fear of God. Have a fulfilled day. Samuel from Kujay. Samuel, thank you. And I see this one. All right, this is long. Good morning, UD. This is James from Suleja. Okay, good morning to you. It is the it is good the EFCC are recovering some of the funds personalized by Better Edu, but are we going to ignore the allegations against the chief of staff? I'm sure those allegations she made are never going to see the light of day. There was no way she perpetrated that level of pilfering under less than a year without the notice of big players in the government. On the recent rebound of the Naira against the dollar, it is becoming glaring by the day that the floating of the Naira has been reversed and the CBN are now the ones fixing the rates and not the market forces anymore. The CBN is now simply subsidizing and selling the dollar at lesser rates to drive down rates. How sustainable is this on the long run? Well, the foreign reserves depleted by 1.02 billion US dollars in 18 days, which is ironically the period we are seeing these Naira gains. Alrighty, and this one as well says, good morning, sir. On the issue of dollars and prices of commodity not going down, I've said it here when dollar was jumping up that dollars hikes in Nigeria was not economically related, which is now obvious for us to see. In addition to what the CBN is doing, she needs to also educate our businessmen and women on how to do importation on other currencies, not just dollar alone. Some of our business people do not understand that they can do international business without the dollar and save the stress of dollar wahala. Well, if the CBN succeed in this approach, it would also help the Naira appreciate more. Thanks, Abbas, reporting from Ditsay. Abbas, thank you. And this one says, good morning on the issue of dollars and prices. Okay, I think I've taken that. Taking this one, it says, good morning, Mr. Udwak. Good morning to you. It says, how can our leaders normalize making things difficult for the masses? Nigerians have normalized enduring bad policies and hope that things will turn around. Yes, everyone is entitled to their opinions, but if someone is benefiting from this administration, it would be insulting to try on justify 99% of the bad policies of this government. Please define dividends of good governance for us. Fortune from Life Camp. All right, Fortune. It is just what it is, the dividends of democracy. All right, and this final one, of course, let's hear it for you. Trying to squeeze it in.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Udwak.
Yes, good morning, please.
Good morning to every caller.
Right.
Indeed, it's a great pleasure to be part of this program today. I am not the first timer anyway.
Okay.
I'll say this is my first time reaching out on WhatsApp.
Oh, okay.
This WhatsApp platform.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to talk on the ex-minister for humanitarian affairs, Bella Edu. Honestly, it is a shock. It is a shock that just within the space of about 3, 4, 5 months, she had embezzled this huge amount of money, 30 billion, and then 50 more accounts are still under investigation. That's, at the end of the day, we are talking about more than 30 billion.
Well, David, I'm afraid I cannot go any further with you, but it's quite a long one for you, though, and Vic is already in the studio to do justice to sports and Eagles wings. Well, he says, my name is David Daniel. Oh, you got my name too. It says, calling from Lube. All right, messaging from Lube. That feels good, David. I hope some of the time we would have that conversation. But yeah, this is where we put a peg, on the pages so that Vic will step into the studio. Is already here, pacing about, jogging on the sidelines, just like he always says to me. Right? He'll be taking you on Sports and Eagles Wings, and his voice will be the next. But I want to say thank you for being a part of this one. Keep in mind at 9 o'clock we'll be here for news.